Alright, I'm coming to y'all live from the studio. And okay, so I made this painting. I actually really like it. I made another one, but I just want to show you guys some work I've been making lately. So this is not abstract expressionist, but it's still unfinished. Yeah, okay. So and there's that, and I'll show you one more. Okay, there's this one. I really like this one. It's called Fire Horse. I made this around the beginning of the year. Me and my friends. I have real friends, I promise, but like, I don't know, I am not weirded out by the fact that I enjoy my own company anymore, because I think the women who are able to do stuff alone and actively enjoy their own time, their own company, their own emotions, their own thoughts, their own revelations, like me, myself, and I, we be having a great ass time because my imagination is so, I mean, look at what I do in my spare time. I'm having a great time, truly. I have made like at least over 50 or maybe 55 pieces of artwork in the last 3 years, and I've exhibited like maybe like 5 times, I want to say. Like, I have so many paintings that I have not added to my online gallery, and I'm just like, you know what, I think I need to share it here. And I'm just like, girl, when you sell your work, it's usually when I've talked to someone about it, they're like, oh my gosh, you made this? Yes. Oh my gosh, I can buy it? Yes. That's usually how the conversation goes. When I sell work, it has not really been from me perfecting my SEO or this and that. And I think like I've had to understand that, oh, it's me, like, because it's coming from my soul, my spirit, my energy, my lived experiences. Like, and I think that's why abstract expressionist work has been a really great outlet for me right now. I think with the precise composition and clean lines of my original style, which is very much so like fluid cubism. I'll put some examples here. I think that what I've realized is it came from a place of wanting to visually represent Black women, African women, Indigenous women in a light of divinity, a visual narrative of liberation, of sensuality, of freedom, of sovereign womanhood. And I think I accomplished that goal. And now I think for me, because I talk a lot about mental health in my book and like finding strength and vulnerability, I find that the stories and the visual stories I want to tell right now are more emotive. They're less narrative. It's just like, I want to feel. I'm exploring those universal emotions that so many of us are feeling right now. Joy, resilience, sadness, anger, rage. There is still that overarching narrative of sovereignty, because I think what I love about abstract expressionism is it does come from this sovereign like rebellion against realism and like these clear-cut narrative figures, and it's just like, no, you're gonna feel what I feel, and I'm gonna put my feelings on this canvas and I'm gonna express myself, and that just feels so freeing right now. And I know right now I need an outlet for that energy. I don't know, I had a vision. I'm just like, I know it's going to be inspired by like water, because I know that's a motif that I've been feeling. Like I wrote about my first abstract expressionist collection that I made with alcohol inks, and those are available as limited edition fine art giclée prints. They're also framed. They're more like monochromatic. I'll put the examples here. They're more like monochromatic pieces, but then there are some that are a bit more like, there's a little bit more tension between the colors. So yeah, definitely go check that out. I think y'all would like it. And yeah, I'm in my abstract expressionist era. I feel so artsy. I'm a contemporary. Okay, anyways, y'all, as you can see, I'm just happy to like chat with y'all. I'm happy about this phase of my artistic creation and just like letting go of control and accepting, like having faith and acceptance, faith that is gonna come out nice. And I feel like it's just the energy and the frequency that I am choosing to stay in real life, like outside of my studio. Hopefully me sharing this journey can inspire you. I feel like that's the great thing about abstract expressionism. Like, once you understand how you want to go about like your composition and your own nature of following your intuitive guidance when you're working with the paint and everything, it gets to feel really fun. And I think we need more of that. It's just like I have so many ideas, and that's why I'm just like, man, like I need to find a way to take this community of like art and love and light and all that stuff and like put it in the real world, in a place where it's not trying to be like overly commercialized, overly or like exploited, but it's just like, yo, this is art, this is community, this is love. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I want to do another solo show, and I want to do some type of like community event, but like separately. Like I want to do something that is kind of like art as healing, art as like emotional community healing. So I'm not exactly sure how to fund that stuff. That's the thing. Like if you've ever watched She's Gotta Have It, like y'all remember she was putting in that work to try to figure out how to like fund her show. But I think having that art residency definitely helped her. What's her name? Something Darling. I actually really enjoyed the last season with like Puerto Rico and everything. And I think she talked about like Oshun or like Yemaya, and those are like my favorite deities from, you know, African like spiritual philosophy, or like West African spiritual philosophy. I also think it extends to the diaspora. Obviously, like you see that in Puerto Rico and Brazil. And so I just feel like there's so many universal themes I've explored that can appeal to women across the diaspora. Let me not go on a tangent. Let's bring it back to center. Okay, y'all. So I would love to see ultimately like just more diversity in the abstract expressionist space. I think that all art by Black women does not have to solely focus on politics or have like a political message. I think all art should have a message. And I think honestly, like all art inherently has a message. It's like an essay, you know, unless you're just like a bad writer. Ooh, actually. Okay, y'all, so that was that for today. All right, bye. Love this hair. So I changed my hair. Do y'all like? Okay, let me stop, y'all. Okay,